using manage data. So I think this should be about the same as last time. And okay, you know, you can do. There's no two-player mode, but you can trade your character to another, you know, Game Boy Advance with the game link and everything. Okay, so from last time, we got pretty much all the way to the gates of River City, you know, River City High. Found out they wouldn't open, and it's because we have to go back and beat the zombies who were not bad enough dudes to do so. I went ahead, and we're still going to stick with Alex. I got something fun to show you, too. We're going to stick with this stuff. Normal is fine. We're going to leave friendly fire on, because it's a lot of fun, and text is normal. And we'll go ahead, let's see, we'll do for Alex's data, we're going to select that one. Here's a funny thing. If you're loading saved data at all, it prompts you for Ryan data, and we don't have any. It won't take no for an answer. We can't cancel out of it. We can't do nothing. We have to select it. What this means is that Ryan is going to be Alex. And you'll see what happens when we start the game. I don't know what this is going to do later on down the line, but it was too funny to pass up. I also spent about 45 minutes fighting the entrees. I guess it would be more accurate to say farming instead of you know, or I guess I should say farming instead of grinding. And I went ahead, and that's where all the money came from. Those guys are $7 a pop, and you can control a lot of stuff about this game, like the amount of enemies on the screen at a time, the total number of enemies in the gang, and all that stuff. So getting used to using a PS2 controller, and the D-pad is not the best, as you all might imagine. Also, while I was looking up some info about the game, I found out that, and this is something that I remembered from back in the day and had forgotten now, but there is a invisible reputation meter in the game, and it keeps track of dishonorable actions you do, like beating up bosses before they get done talking, hitting enemies while they're down, and stuff like that. I had racked up so much negative karma that's why when we got to Rex in after the factory, that he freaked out and saying he's going to take us out and everything. So I also did the time-honored tradition of doing pratfalls to bring us back to normal. Yeah, actually, anytime you fall down, we'll give you some rep back, and that it's supposed to cover basically, you know, getting knocked down by enemies, because actually getting killed and stuff like that will also give you positive reputation. But what you can do is this, and you just fall over a lot, and that will also give you positive karma. So it's pretty silly. Also, apparently, you're supposed to be able to have some innate techniques called like the, you know, God Hand and stuff like that by holding down one button and hitting another one. But I haven't had much luck getting those to work. The Dark Moons are going to come get me, right? So yeah, apparently reputation is a very important thing. Anyway, the reason why I farmed all that money, was the Sprawl, I think it was, wanted to see Acro Circus, which isn't here this time, so I'm through to respawn it. I think every time you go into a... read all about it, should sell it. Maybe I have to leave and come back to reset the bookshelf that way, or the bookstore that way. Grand Slam. I think it's is that a different list at least, or was it not? It's a Grand Slam. This one doesn't sell it. I'm guessing I'll have to hit the next mall to do that. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to hit the next mall. Well, for now, in that case, we'll just do this one. I just have to make sure not to get myself killed before we get there. So spaghetti to go with our latte. Spaghetti is stamina by 60, and only that. Okay. T was speed, right? Can't go wrong with more speed. Acro Circus all the time on the NES, right? Take a breather. More willpower. And stamina. Oh, that was willpower and stamina. Man, I have such a... I cannot keep these things straight. But yeah, I bought myself some drugs to take with, and then we save the rest of the money for... The first mall did sell it in the NES. Okay. That's what I thought. In our interest of being the ultimate goons, I will, of course, get the... I guess in Japan, it'd be a gravure magazine. And let's see what that does. Actually, because it probably does stamina, I think I'll wait till I'm hurt. But yeah, this is where the entrees appear. It's one of the 2 locations, I believe. Also, if we... And this is something I did remember from the original one, from the last time I played it, but I'd forgotten since before I played yesterday, that if you beat up if you clear out the generic dudes 3 times, and then you go back to, I think, the first screen of River City High, you can recruit their boss. Problem is, I don't know if there's a way to fire or to unrecruit people, and you need to have some slots open if you want to get to the party members you want later. So we're not going to bother with that one. But that is Conan, and well, it's for good rep to clear out a gang. So let's do that. Also, it did reset us back to River City, or back to Crosstown High, or whatever that was. Let me see if it saves our progress in the story. So frat boys, so I guess we'll see if Blade shows up. Okay. I think there should be a spot I can... I was thinking of a different park that is a spot you can climb onto. Ah. Bogus. All right. But yeah, the game actually keeps pretty detailed statistics of what you do. Like, it keeps track of the number of the ratio at which you punch and kick and use weapons and stuff like that. I'm guessing if you ever cared about your River City Ransom high score, that would be something to brag about, maybe. There we go. Instead of being a good boy and waiting for him to get up instead of... Okay, so he does not appear, so we need to play through the story again. This is it's kind of a remake of Vex, and hey, yeah, exactly. It is a... Latte. It was a remake by Atlas in 2002, I think. It might have 2004, yeah. And it's pretty cool. They changed a fair few things with it, added some new gangs, kind of had some more fun with the humor. Everybody liked the traffic cone last time, so stick with that. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. But yeah, for example, if you didn't already see it, I'll show this off here. But yeah, like Alex starts with dragon feet, and Ryan starts with stone hands, and the bosses pretty much all get some kind of special move. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the penalty for hitting an enemy while they're down is pretty dire, so I want to avoid that. Even if it does kind of open you up to stuff like that. If I get my back to the wall here, I should be... But yeah, they change a lot of the physics stuff around. Like, you do more damage with everything if you hit somebody while you're running first and stuff like that. I think now is about the time to crack open our Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. Strength, I see. Ooh. Ouch. Didn't think about how you could pull that one off. Now, I think I could also... It seems like he's getting kind of getting stuck triangle jumping. All right. So I think I will... Oh, yeah, I thought I could jump out of the way of that that special move there. Biff. Ah. Now you're thinking it. There we go. Man, it's so intense when you just can't curb stomp them while they're on the ground. Good night, Flython. Thanks for the birthday well wishes. Shouldn't the willpower decreased from that? Oh, hey, Slur, didn't see you come in. River City Handsome. Let's try this bookstore. Try to get ourselves. There it is. Acro Circus. And we got a gaming mag last time. I don't think we got a scandal rag, but we're gonna save our money for some food and then I think some shoes later. All right, Acro Circus. A special technique. What you can do is you go to your technique listing and you can enable or disable them. Now here's the problem: the folks at Atlas hate fun, and if you chain abuse Acro Circus, that actually costs your reputation too. Basically, there is a penalty for overdoing certain moves and stuff like that. As far as asking, is Moose a frogman now? That could be what they're going for, actually. You know, the toady has a frog jump. Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to start rushing through stuff that isn't important. Yeah, exactly, lame. Anyway, let's go show off. Let's do this first. There's also some stuff where there's apparently some like female champion of justice you can meet if you have a really high reputation, and she'll go and rescue Cindy, for you. And I'm gonna try to get her to appear too. I really should have made a checklist of the stuff in this game, but there's no way I'm gonna remember it all. Is that confirmed? You can't order a smile in River City Ransom X? Maybe updating it for the aughts. They realize nobody at your McDonald's clone actually smiles. All right. So anyway, we're going to beat up these guys as soon as we're done hearing the spiel. Time he learns the rules. Okay, throw this. So here's the deal with Acro Circus. Ow! Stop! That's the thing. You can actually use Acro Circus as much as you want, but you can't hit somebody more than twice while they're down. Oh, he must have some kind of boomerang move. But you can't hit somebody more than twice while they're down with it. So we're going to them. All right. Oh, we took him down already. All right. He's gonna be so obsessed with picking up the throne stuff that it should be pretty easy to take advantage of. I think it's a worthy trade-off to take 1 point of damage myself to take that advantage away from him. It's time for a quick sauna. Okay, so that wasn't what you have to do to trigger a blade. What is? Oh, Rocco. Yeah, and that's a trigger for blade. Okay, let's have a Karma Jolt. So this is true power. So punch, kick, weapon. Or I think I might have tried this last time. Gives you a little bit of everything, and yeah, so it's a +1 to everything, looks like. That's not bad. Means it probably won't... Oh, and willpower too. Okay. Oh, and stamina. Okay, that's really, really good. I'll have to remember that for next time. Yeah, so let's move on. Dex. Let's move on to the next area. We're going to have to, that's where this is going to be later. And just moving on. The jocks. Okay, well, I don't have to fight here either. So we're just going to... The entrees can appear on this screen as well. But unfortunately they didn't for me this time. Okay, mob. That's going to be a bit tough. I'm going to go for a mid-tier gang on... Oh, the entrees, and I just skipped them. Oops. Yeah, the deal with the entrees, you might remember from last time, is that they're worth a lot of money, but they run away at the slightest provocation. And that provocation can just be you're winning the fight. I had them... What I ended up doing to farm them was set the enemies to 1 at a time and gang numbers of 20. And some of them would just run off screen like before even showing up. But yeah, in the NES version, Acro Circus just turned your jump into that somersault, which did damage, but didn't have that whole crazy spin thing at the end. He just ran away. River City planned rum. That would be if they were in college instead of high school. They would definitely have... He's got like that spin slant move. I think that calls for my new technique. Stop. All the dishonor. Dark Moon strikes. How do you cancel out of this? Okay, you jump while you're already in the air. Okay. Okay. Nice. He's going to go for the tire. Means I can go ahead and... I forgot you can do that. That is awesome. Yeah, luckily, a lot of enemies you don't realize they're less dangerous with weapons than they are unarmed, and will tend to go for weapons anyway. I don't know if it counts for your dishonor points if they're not actually down, but just if you juggle them like that. Let's pick that up. Yeah, needless to say, if you're not pounding them, if you're not going after them while they're down, it's gonna take a lot longer to win fights. Okay. Whew. Blade's waiting. So we need to backtrack a little bit now and go take care of him. Yeah, exactly, Slur. It's like there's some fun they have with the reputation system, but having it tied into stuff like that is really it takes a lot of fun out of it. It takes a lot of the balance out of it too. Since a lot of the boss fights revolve around being able to just get every advantage you can on these guys. Fun with physics. These guys just love throwing stuff. It's kind of interesting niche for a gang. Oh, they threw their buddy at me. That is awesome. Okay. There we go. It still did one. Okay, so we should be able to, go to here. Let's see if we can get that smile at Murph Burger. Nope, unfortunately. I'll take a Mondo Murph to go. That sounds like it'd be good for stamina on the run. Yeah, and Fatal Steps was the one where you can jump on people while they were down, right? Yeah, that's a good point. They may have just taken that one out, since you can hit enemies pretty much freely now. See, I saw, placebo, sure, sure. And I saw Lion's Milk and didn't get one last time, so let's get that too. I'm gonna do my best to not die unless it is a strategic death after I just lost, or just spent a lot of money. So let's try using that. The Lion's Milk. Suddenly feels inspired. Defense 2. Willpower, okay. And some stamina. That's really good. That is really good, in fact. But other than that, I think we're pretty much going to be fine there. So let's head back to deal with Blade. Blade's move was I think he like wrapped the chain around you, which that is basically harmless. Speaking of harmless, the generic dudes. I'm going to go ahead and take them out because it'll be more bonus to my reputation to clear out a gang. Whenever the generic dudes show up, they're a good candidate for it because they basically can't do much to you. But that guy walked into my foot while I was attacking and got himself killed. Getting better at dodging those errant projectiles too. Let's take a traffic cone into the Blade fight. I just had one round with those guys. Let's not do another one. Okay, last time we recruited Gary. I'm not going to be taking him this time. No. Yeah, in addition, hitting your allies will also cost you reputation. So Gary is just in more trouble than he's worth. Yep, okay. Yeah, I was going to say is that all you have to do to shake this one off is to run into the wall. Does no damage to you, and... Nice, he just took the full hit from Dragon Feet there. Ooh, good thing that didn't go through. Okay. Ah. That is good to know, though. I can just run into the park benches if he gets me lassoed again. Oh, he got himself tied up. That is amazing. How would you even manage that? Okay. All right. PS2 D-pad, don't fail me now. Ah, darn it. Oh, there's one. All right, let's grab the... Well, actually, we want him to get the chain, so he tries to lasso us, and we can just hit him with that instead. Problem you can block Dragon Feet, so you can also press the down button to kind of stay down and play dead, which is kind of neat. Oh, cool! So you just have to hold it. So you do have the move. You just have to hold it down longer than what I had been. Okay, I think he's going to come get it now. Interesting. Ouch. Oh, he's got it too, yeah. I guess I reminded him that he can do that. The yell of triumph as he hits his special move is pretty great. Yeah, it makes the fight so much longer when you have to deal with reputation. So I'm guessing I might just try to find out what increases kick, and just to prioritize that, and just to do more damage to bosses and stuff, or weapon for that matter, because it's hard to stun lock enemies with without them. Nice Thor first. Okay, let's go heal back up. Let's go back to here. Mob. I feel like dealing with them. Oh, right. Acro Circus. There we go. Right. I didn't want to actually... It's a great move, but it's... Okay. Didn't mean to... I really have to watch my running and jumping with Acro Circus. It is too powerful to be contained. You know what? Let's really expensive food has got to be good for us. Let's have some veal. And back a little bit. So, Underground is the newest River City Ransom, right, Slur? I was thinking about email. Who does email anymore? About tweeting Cece about that, since I saw that on... it was actually the thing I saw on their Twitter feed, and that's what kind of inspired me to play River City Ransom. That's a to-go. Drooled over the veal and was thankful. Punch, okay. Punch 5, alright. Kick 5, okay. So this will just be another good, pretty much good for everything. Maximum stamina, okay, that's really good. Okay, maximum stamina increases are very important. However, that left me kind of low on my actual stamina. Let's have our placebo. Oh, there's no silly like description for the placebo. I'm kind of disappointed now. The chick wants to beat us up. Yeah, the townsfolk, take no guff. Yeah, you can't fight them because you know how it would end. I don't think I've had an egg roll yet, so let's try that. All right, Mao, what do we have? Agility, stamina. So that's it, agility and stamina. Well, it's better than nothing. All right, the rockers. You literally cannot fight in town. It just won't let you press any. Basically, your face buttons are disabled for it. And they're bailing for it. Chain is fine. Oh, and likewise, using the eagles. Yeah, it's actually a timely reminder, but the long chains that the eagles like to use is also dishonorable. And if you do like more than 2 hits in a row with them or something, then it counts against your rep. So it starts getting a little silly that, I get the idea is you're supposed to be playing quote-unquote fairly, but it really seems like it's, Atlas saying, hey, don't have fun. And make the game, it's already kind of tricky, a lot harder on yourself. Okay. Oh, why am I don't need to fight Rocco again. I can skip him. Alright, this is frat boys. I'll take them out. Oh, I didn't even think about going, so nothing back that way. Save me! Punches are starting to be pretty respectable now, too. I love that just kind of Batman animated series backhand there. Also need to remember to use those charged up moves for whenever boss is about to appear and I'm ready for them. Okay. Clark. Oh, Moose is back. I was wondering why he wasn't there at his original spot. I had no idea that he came back. Now, we want him to keep a weapon on him. When in doubt, beat the moose with a stick. Or I could do like twice the damage with my feet. Darn it! I knew that was coming too. Okay. Oh, I've got a crate here. Let's give that a try. Ah. I love that your weapons you can kick at somebody to kind of give yourself an opening. Okay, well, let's... Not expecting that to go south as quickly as it did. Now that's the good stuff. Willpower and stamina. But that's it. Okay. Well, that's what I needed at this particular point. Yeah, it is. You kind of saw moves like, they kind of like crouch down and wind up for their moves. So the thing is that there's such a narrow window in which they do that. It's really hard to actually get a move in on them. Yeah, or dodge them. And as far as I can tell, nothing really keeps a boss from just spamming their special move on you over and over again. Okay. Let's see, I got 450 out of him. Barely, not even enough to pay for the damage I took. Let's see, locals are kind of tricky as I recall. So let's just... welcome to our turf. That's being very, very polite of them. How are these guys for difficulty? Likewise, I don't know if those moves are bad for your reputation either. So these guys aren't too bad. Alright, how are my weapon skills doing compared to everything else? Not doing much damage, but it's still something I can't afford to really take risks on. Okay. Sorry, coach. Alright, so kind of around there. So he's the one with the high vitality. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I'm pretty sure I set my reputation near the maximum while I was fighting the entrees. So it remains to be seen if it's enough to actually get the special events at the end of the game to trigger or not. Okay. Take him out. I still got Turk to deal with, too. Yeah, I don't know if throwing enemies, counts against your reputation or not. Okay, mob. Definitely not going to fight them. Everybody brought their spare tires along. Homeboys. To the hood. We're gonna get our next mall checkpoint first. Yeah, I can't actually use any buttons here at the mall. Okay, supermarket. Oh, the bookstore. Okay, I've hit all that stuff. Let's see. So, I really should just kind of taken a note on the best bang for your buck on stats and everything, and just grab those because you can't afford to mess around. No, these are basically a $1 to build one stat. I'm imagine like, let's try a jawbreak. Let's try one of each. Actually. Okay. Because if so, this might be the place to grind your stats. Well, not grind, but rock candy. And then the egg is 50 cents more. It's got to be something special, right? Pretty much everybody else in my family is a huge fan of the Cadbury cream eggs. Whereas I'm like, yeah, they're okay. All right, jawbreaker. Jawbreaker, jump. Willpower, okay. Toughness, willpower. Defense. Turns out defense governs your how likely you are to block. Just willpower and stamina, okay. Willpower, stamina, okay. Defense, willpower, and stamina. So the chocolate egg's a little bit better. And nothing really jumped out as too essential there. Let's see, that's the shoe store, right? Yeah. And I already have a pair of... Well, I did have a pair of flip-flops. Let's get the boot shoes. Let's get some ward shoes. That sounds good. Upgrade our kicking. Yeah, you don't permanently equip them anymore. You just use them up for a bonus to kick increased by 3, power increased by 30. Ooh, and maximum stamina. All right. Well, not by much, but no, stakes aren't actually good for health. So how about Toys Be We? We got a teddy bear, and that ended up being a really good item last time. We'll have to get another toy next time. And then this was the music store, right? So classical. Let's get ourselves a movie soundtrack. All right. The time I get done with Benny and Clyde, tunage fills the air. Weapon, okay. Alright, internationals, definitely not a match for them. And this is the homeboys, alright. I think I'm just going to... I know I'm not going to be a match for Thor just yet. I haven't beaten Turk yet either. Yeah, that's right, I don't think Thor will appear until we beat Turk. Actually, that means I probably want to have my stamina topped off when I get done with the factory, because you only get one shot at recruiting Rex or whoever his friend is. Ted, I think. That's probably the problem. The enemies are just too smart to come up and make your day like that. It's like, yeah, this guy's clearly charging up a special move, you know. I think if the bosses had to charge that long for their moves, it wouldn't be nearly as difficult. But of course, as it is. Noticeable bonus on kick, too. I guess it's ultimately what makes you kick a little better than punch, is the fact you can get the shoes to increase it. I don't think there's any commensurate thing power up for your hands. And again, maybe it's boosted by, you know, consumables more often. All right, Susie K. Okay, so let's go ahead and run back, get some health, and then hit the next area. $13 should be more than enough to get our stamina topped off at the. Where would the best place be? Probably here, right? Yeah. Let's do a pizza. I love him pizza. Jump. Okay, well, let's not do pizza anymore because the jump is not a tremendous help to us. I remember yogurt being pretty useful, as I recall anyway. The yogurt. Sweet. More punch, okay. And stamina. Alright, that should do nicely. So, through the factory we go. And there went all the money we started out with. I'm actually kind of worried about using Acro Circus in one of these rooms that doesn't scroll. The rejects. Huh. Okay. These guys are a bit of a challenge. Let's not deal with them just yet. Night. Oh, well, you know what? That works for me. Oh, whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Then I get the money that way. Okay, I can see why they keep you from trying to spam that move too much. That was a bit absurd. Well, shoot. All right. Oh, that was great. Definitely glad that Sprawl reminded me about Acro Circus. Yep, Alex versus Alex. Alright, I'm ready, Alex. Now, the thing is that unlike the bosses and stuff, he should have the same stats I do, or the same stats we started with. Which means his kick is going to be devastating, but other than that, he shouldn't have too much health and stamina and everything. But I'm not sure how they calculate the stamina and stuff. Oh, they did work. And likewise, there's a version of where you hold down kick and then do punch. Trying to get him to walk into the fury of the dragon kick. I guess if you're too close, you just do the close range kicks instead of the full dragon kick. You know what I think this calls for? Well, upon its Acro Circus, will just fall off the screen. Okay. We're both thinking the same thing. There we go. This is going to be some kind of crazy Fight Club thing going on. Oh, I got all his money. I did not realize that's how that would work. Okay. Well, now I think we're back in the game.